Hello, guys, and welcome back to a Minecraft episode. In today's episode, we're going to be going and working on this. Whoops. Whoa, lag. At least on my screen, that was lag. But, today we're going to be working on this thing that I made between the videos that I did last. And it's this little mine shaft thing that I made. So you go head down here. And I've been working on this little mine shaft thing. I've got no materials in there. Actually, probably would be best to get rid of some of these items for now because I don't really need them at all at the moment. So it would be good to get rid of some of these junk items that I do not need. Alright, so what I've been doing is I've just been chilling down here and mining. And that's pretty much all we're gonna be doing in today's episode for the most part. Besides the fact that we might find something. So that's all we're going to be doing. I'm just trying to gain as many materials as I possibly can. That's kind of the true goal here, is to gain as many materials as possible. Like iron and stuff. I don't know if I'm deep enough to get iron, but as soon as I'm deep enough to get iron, I'm just going to continue tunneling shit like this. Because I thought I was deep enough for iron, but I certainly don't think I was. As soon as I find a person, because I've been finding copper, so I'm deep enough for copper, but nothing else. So I need to go deeper so I can find some iron. I haven't found a single piece of iron here, so I'm going to assume that means that I'm not deep enough to get my hands on any iron. So yeah, I'll be digging down, try to find a certain level to where I'll be able to get some iron and stuff. Another thing is I'll be adding, using all the stone that I've mined so far, I'm going to make a stair, like actually put stairs there. Because running upstairs and jumping is so fast in this game, it's ridiculous. Like, you go so fast when doing that. So I've been doing this for a while, and eventually we'll probably stumble. Iron! Sweet, that is so good. Because that means we do not have to dig down anymore at all. We can just dig straight now. This is a straight line, 3 blocks high, and still the same amount of width. I am going to have this tunnel split off at some point, and it's going to go deeper to diamond level at one point. Gosh darn it. Come on. There we go. Is there still more gravel? Dang it, there's still more gravel. Let's go ahead and just do this. Get out of here, gravel. Nobody likes you. But yeah, we'll cut this iron real fast. And we're just going to dig in a straight line, but I will have a deeper portion eventually. Let me get rid of some of this junk that I don't need. I don't need no gunpowder. I also do not need none of this cobblestone. I got plenty. So yeah, we're just going to get rid of junk as we go down. Well, as we continue going straight, really, now. We're not really going deeper anymore. And we're just going to try to get as many materials as we possibly can. We're just going to keep digging until we get more iron and more stuff like that. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to keep digging. Man, I hate when gravel happens. I hate gravel so much. I despise gravel. Is there more? There's more. Goodness, I hate gravel. In real life, gravel is not that bad. Then again, in real life, gravel has a very similar property. Gravel is still very similar to how it is in Minecraft in real life. Very loose pieces, crumbles a lot, falls apart into tons of pieces. So yeah, gravel in Minecraft is not very off from, real world gravel. So we're just gonna keep digging. Okay, so there's tons of gravel right here. How much gravel is there? There's a lot. Okay, so there's gravel here and here and here. So there's gravel everywhere. There's just a gravel patch. And there's iron, but we'll get that later. We're not really worried about iron right now. I'm really worried about just getting this tunnel done. And doing this is going to make it to where it's safer. And it's going to be more accessible to gain. I didn't know it was even. Oh my goodness. There is so much stuff here. Oh my goodness. Come on. Give me what I need. I need to drop some of the stuff in the chest. Seriously, 'cause I got too much stuff on me right now to do anything. This is ridiculous. But I mean, additionally, I made some progress. But like, cobblestone isn't bad. I just don't want none of this andesite and none of that stuff because I do not want any of that. It is a waste of space. Personally, I do not really care for it, and they're just granted, and they're pretty, right? I'm not gonna lie, they're really cool, and I do use them sometimes for some builds in the past. But you never know when you need a lot of them, and then when you do need a lot of them, guess what happens? You never find it. It's always happened to me. Whenever I need it, whenever I actually need something like that, which is basically useless most of the time, you need it whenever you don't need it. You always get it. Like whenever you want it, you never find it. There's some coal right there, but I hate picking up other items along the way. This sucks. I have plenty enough to make torches now, right? We count 4 being plenty. Yeah, this is gonna be an agonizing time, torches-wise. Probably would have been best to get more torches, but I didn't think of that. Then again, I think I'll have this problem having to deal with this. New rule, for me. Keep at least 1 torch in my hand. So therefore, whenever I do place torches for stuff like this, at least I'll have a slot for torches. And one right here. Let's go leave a giant hole up here. That's so bad. That sucks. Like, really bad. Just break all that so then you don't have to deal with it no more. There's more right here. Don't break that last one. That last one is going to be very crucial to get rid of that. There's still more gravel. There is still literally more gravel. This is insane. I do not like gravel in this game. It's not bad, but whenever it's bad, it's bad. There's so many things in Minecraft that just shows up whenever you don't need it. Like gravel. I don't need you right now. I can get flint any other time right now. I don't need you. Something we need to really think about is getting a nether portal soon. But really what I need to do is I need to really think about myself, right? So the Trails and Tales update came out recently. And personally I think it's a fair to middling update. It's not bad. But I think like the sniffer is pretty pointless. It gives you 2 decoration plants that you have to waste farmland for. That's not really worth it in my opinion. Waste farmland for decoration only plants doesn't seem like, right. I feel like it should at least have some minor use. Like just a minor use. I don't want no major use. No game-breaking use. Just a minor use would be nice. And we don't even have that. We have no purpose for them besides if you want to farm them for dye. But it is a very inefficient farm for dye. If you are farming them for dye. Which is nothing I would do. Also, they're just really hard to get. Sniffers are just like really hard to get. So I don't think it's even worth finding them for almost no use entirely. So they're not a bad mob. They look cool. Concept is cool. They just need to make the plants have more uses. But the cool thing, I think, the actual thing I enjoy about this update is armor trims. And overall, the thing about this update is more like just customization. And it's not bad. And exploring. The pottery shards and the trims are just so cool. Also, the Elder Guardian, I consider the Elder Guardian boss I always have because I had an exclusive drop of sponge. Exclusive drop of sponge. However, then again, you could find sponge in the same structure. So yes, sponge was exclusive to Ocean Monuments. But you could get it without having to fight the boss. So yeah. But now the Elder Guardian has an exclusive drop again. You can only get from him. So there's an armor trim that's found at Ocean Monuments. And you can only find it there, and there's no tests at all at Ocean Monuments. There's a 20% chance to drop the Tide armor trim. So yeah, I consider the Elder Guardian a boss again. The reason I think it doesn't have a health bar though is because it don't have much health. It has 80 health, I'm pretty sure. No, it doesn't seem like much, but think about it. When it was added, under water was tough to get through. After 1.13, yeah, it isn't so bad. But before that, it was tough to get through water. So it was like a really hard boss. But then they fixed that. But I feel like the HP bar would be difficult because, well, dang it. Do I have another pickaxe? No, I do not. But the thing is that, well, if I had an HP bar, you'd be able to notice it from far away. Also, there's 3 in a singular structure, so it's kind of probably the reason they don't have health bars. But they're still bosses, I think. But they can have health bars because there's 3 of them in the same place. 3 in the same place would not be a. Oh my goodness, I have too much junk on me right now. It's not even funny. But yeah, there's too many of them. There's like 3 in a single structure. Can I ever find them? No. The hardest thing about Ocean is just finding the entrance. And I've seen videos of all the inside and everything. I can never get in, ever. I've only tried it like 2 times in survival, not in this world. It's been a long time since I've tried. And I can never get in because I would have a bucket of milk, right? And as soon as I would drink the milk, I would get the effect back in like 10 seconds. But yeah, I think the reason you don't have a health bar is because their health isn't really that high. It's less than iron golems. And there's 3 of them, so you'd see 3 health bars. Also, it would kind of alert you if you're near one. Even if they made the radius like really short, like 20 blocks, you would still see basically all 3 at all times. But yeah, I consider the Elder Guardian a boss again. I mean, I always considered it a boss, even when people didn't consider it a boss. I consider it a boss again, though. And it makes sense logically, since it's an overall boss, being the Elder Guardian. Another boss is the Wither, which is technically I can find it anywhere, but you find this stuff in the Nether. And an End Dragon, which is an end boss. So it makes sense. Technically, yes, it's in the ocean, but I can see us getting like the Redstone Monstrosity as a boss fight. That would be a good one. The Raid's a really cool event because it kind of reminds me of like Terraria, like the invasions, like Goblin Army and the Pirates invasion. I beat Terraria, by the way, for the first time, like about a year ago. No, actually, not about a year ago. It's been about a year, almost a half now. I tried to do it again, but only doing 1 class. So I did like 2 classes at the same time, and well, I got bored of Terraria. After you just like play Terraria and have all the overpowered stuff for so long, it's kind of hard to get back to just starting over with crappy stuff. The first time you do it isn't so bad. Like I feel like in probably like another year, so like 2 years since I beat it, then I feel like I might not be as bad about it because it's been so long. But like I tried to go back to it a few months later and it just didn't work out. And I feel like a lot of people might feel like that, but also a lot of people I've seen like on the internet just go straight back to playing the game, and I'm like, how can you go from good stuff? Because I had the Zint. I grinded out for the Zint. I fought the Moon Lord. It took me. I stayed up all night. At this time, I didn't play video. I mean, I play video games a lot still, but at that time, I was starting to cut down, saying, okay, I don't need to play video games all night like I used to. That was the first time in Terraria, in that world, that I stayed up all night. Actually, no, it was a different world with the same character. I made a money farm, and I stayed up all night making it because it just took forever to make it. But yeah, Terraria is a game that I honestly feel like I probably stay up late at night more in than I do Minecraft. Because like Minecraft, I do it a lot, but most of the time, I normally get bored of it. As that happens a lot in Minecraft, for me, especially in creative mode. Like I'll be doing a big project, then I just get bored, and then I'll just start spawning mobs making them fight each other. And that's just what happens, and then I do that for an hour or 2. I get entertained really easily, but also get like bored really easily. So that's just how my mindset works. But yeah, the Terraria is a good game, honestly. If you haven't played Terraria, try it. I gotta say though, it's hard. Terraria is hard. It took me like a whole 2.5 months to beat it. So yeah. I feel like in some ways though, Minecraft is harder. Some ways. Not most of the time. Most ways, no. Most ways, Terraria is far harder. But I feel like in like some scenarios, Minecraft is harder in like certain scenarios. Personally, I like Minecraft a little more than Terraria. I love Terraria, one of my favorite games, but not as creative ability. I feel like Minecraft needs more bosses though. Even though the Elder Guardian, I think, should be considered a boss again, since it has technically an 100% exclusive drop because nothing else can drop it, which is the new armor trim. It's still as customizable, but even then, I still feel like we need some more bosses. I feel like they need to make it to where like this, ready? Make it to where the Elder Guardian and the Wither are part of the main progression. Like you can, well, No, not the Elder Guardian. It takes too long to go out of your way. What they need to do is they need to add another boss that's in the overworld, right? Well, you beat that boss. I don't know what it is. It could be a collab with Terraria. I feel like a collab with Terraria with Minecraft would be good. But then again, it'd probably just make it into like a DLC marketplace pack, which would be lame. When I mean a collab, I mean like an actual collab. Yeah, most games don't work, but I feel like Terraria could really work as a collab of Minecraft. I don't care what anyone says. I feel like not adding guns or anything, but like, just some bosses. Like the Eye of Cthulhu, make it to where you gotta beat the Eye. Just for example, the Eye of Cthulhu, and then you can go to the Nether beforehand. However, Wither skeletons don't spawn. Yeah, and blazes do spawn, but they do not drop blaze rods. But they do spawn. Blazes spawn, but Wither skeletons don't. You beat the Eye of Cthulhu, Wither skeletons start spawning, and blazes start dropping blaze rods. And you'll say, well, hey, I can't make potions. Technically, you're right, and I think that could be a bit of a problem. But then again, you could just skip the end, or what they could do is make it where, yes, they do drop blaze rods and all that, and you can still make eye enders. However, you can go to the stronghold, so you can make eyes and enders to go to the stronghold, but you can't do nothing there yet. Like the portal has like a lock state or something, where like the portal looks different, and like it makes it where you can't put the eyes in yet. But then you gotta beat the Wither. Then when you beat the Wither, the portal unlocks, and then you're able to go to the end and beat the Ender Dragon. Yeah, it takes the game long. It takes longer to get there, but at the same time, I feel like I made the experience a little better. Just because, well, it would just make it where it's like more worthwhile, more progression. The progression itself is already really good in Minecraft, but I feel like it's adding a bit more to it. The Elder Guardian would be cool to have in the main progression, but then again, it's just so hard to find the Elder Monument, seriously. Elder Guardian, and they should add a few more bosses besides that. Also, make the end more lively. The Nether is lively enough. I feel like the Nether could have a few more things, but the Nether, since the Nether update, has been pretty darn good. But the end needs some spicing up. I don't care. It needs it bad. Mojang, work on that. Seriously, because like it is in dire need of an update. It's dire need of an update. But yeah, there's like I feel like optional bosses with like cool drops and stuff like that. This Minecraft needs more boss fights. Not as many as Terraria, no. When I mean boss fights, I mean like 3 for the main progression, then the Elder Guardian is a side boss, and then maybe 2 more side bosses. So a total of 6 bosses. I would be completely happy with 6 bosses. I feel like most people would be. 3 optional bosses and 3 ones for the main progression. That would be good. I feel like it would be perfect, honestly, if anything. I think that would be a perfect amount. And they could add more bosses in the future, but just optional bosses. And it would be like very far and few between. Because we don't need really much more after that. Really, like, they could. The Minecraft's main progression is like really good. But I feel like there could be just a bit more spicing up they could do for the main progression to make it better. Just personally, they really could make the main progression of Minecraft so much nicer just because of the way it is. We're about to end this video here, guys, because I've just been digging. This has probably been like a really boring video of me just digging. However, I've talked a lot about bosses and a lot of cool, important stuff. So, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. And in the next video, we'll try to get some more iron armor. I might do a bit more digging off camera just because this is pretty boring. But in the next video, I should have more iron armor on. And then I'm going to have to decide, do I want to go exploring or do I work at my house? Because both are really good options. And both are going to inevitably have to happen. It's just according of which one I want to do first. So see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.